Hello, all you beautiful, wonderful people, and you other ones too. Thank you so much for visiting with me here today on my channel. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We do all kinds of things here. We do food content, vlogs, true crime, chit chats, Disney content, SFX makeup, all kinds of things. And in today's video, we are going to talk about some of my movie choices, specifically 17 movies to get you ready for Halloween. And yes, I know 17 is a very specific number, but after I made my list, I didn't want to weed any out to even it down to 10, so we're going with 17. And this is the Disney edition. And I could have gone beyond 17. Now, some of these movies may not be what someone looks at and thinks Halloween or thinks scary, but when I look at them, I think about, does it bring a feeling of, the season to me? Maybe it's not necessarily scary, but there's some element in it or something about it that just brings me to the season. And I hope that makes sense to you. It makes sense to me, so. And we'll just get started. The first one on my list is, and these are in no specific order, like not best to worst or worst to best. It's just, these are just 17 movies I've selected. But the first one is Cruella with Emma Stone. I love that movie. And I know it wasn't a real popular hit. I know not a lot of people loved it. I love that movie. I love that version of Cruella. And I know after watching that movie, it's kind of hard to view Cruella as a villain. Is she misunderstood? But in 101 Dalmatians, she did want to turn those puppies into a coat. So what are we thinking with that? Is she a villain or not? But yeah, Cruella it's a fun movie. I love that movie so much. And I love the clothes in it and everything. Next is an oldie, and there are several oldies on here. It's Bedknobs and Broomsticks. That is such a great movie. It is adorable, for one. My sister took me to see that when I was little, or did my dad? I don't remember, but I remember loving that movie when I was little. Next is Alice in Wonderland, the original animated film from years ago. I don't remember the exact year of release, but I love that movie. Alice in Wonderland is my all-time favorite story, and it's my all-time favorite Disney movie, and I absolutely love it. And there's so many creepy and weird elements. How can it not make this list? Next is, and I know for sure my sister took me to see this, is The Rescuers. Again, not a movie with not a movie that's, scary or anything, but it brings me to the season, and I love that about it. Also, this is just my list. I'm not saying this is the rule, this is the standard. I'm not saying that. And I would love to see your Disney picks also. And next, we already mentioned this, 101 Dalmatians, because Cruella in that movie is terrifying to me. And her two little henchmen, they're scary. So I thought that was a perfect movie for this list. Next, and some people are going to argue that this doesn't count, and I can assure you it does count. It was released by Walt Disney Productions, and that is The New Mutants. That is a great movie. It's weird, and it's creepy, I think. A really good movie, especially for not very young people, but, younger teens to watch, providing their parents allow it. I think it's a good introduction into horror for, burped. For the most part, I think it's a great introduction to horror. Next is Maleficent, just because I love that movie, and I just feel like it deserves a space on this list. And next, this movie is an older movie, and Bette Davis is in it, The Watcher in the Woods. Another great, creepy, eerie movie I highly recommend. If you don't watch anything else on this list, definitely watch The Watcher in the Woods. It's such a good movie, and it's so creepy. And Bette Davis, she's creepy. She is a creepy lady. She knows how to bring the creep factor. Next is Escape to Witch Mountain. I loved this movie when I was a little kid. That's, you know, I didn't like when I was little, and even now, I don't like a lot of the live action Disney movies, but I loved Escape to Witch Mountain. Next is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I think Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs have some very, very scary scenes in it, and especially when she's running through the forest after the huntsman lets her go. You know, it's just creepy how the woods just seem to be coming to life around her. You know, this movie has everything. It's scary, it's sweet, it's funny, it's cute. It's just, I just think that Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is a classic, and again, it deserves a place on my list for sure. Next is The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. I love Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which they shut down for Winnie the Pooh and the Magic Kingdom, but they still have it at Disneyland in Anaheim. But it's a great little movie. I highly recommend it. Again, it's pretty old, but it is on the Disney Channel. I believe it is. And I believe all but maybe one or two of these are on the Disney Channel right now. And next, this movie is super duper creepy. It's scary, it's eerie, Something Wicked This Way Comes. It's based on the Ray Bradbury book, and it's really good. To me, it's such a creepy movie, especially when I watched it so young. It's so creepy. It's very hard to find. You can find it on YouTube. I've only found pretty poor quality versions of it, but still, it's there to watch. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, seek that one out. It's good. You know, I mean, it's not like Oscar winning or anything like that, but it's good. I like it. And next, this movie is really adorable. It's super duper cute, and it's Frankenweenie. That movie, I believe that came out in the late 80s, early 90s, I think, because I remember showing it to my kids when I was teaching. Bye! Eric just said goodbye. He's getting ready to leave. But yeah, Frankenweenie, it's so cute. It's so cute. And next is Haunted Mansion. The one, not the one with Eddie Murphy, the more recent one. And you can definitely watch the one with Eddie Murphy, or you don't have to watch any of these. It doesn't matter. Again, make your own list and tell me about it in the comments if you wish. But yeah, Haunted Mansion, I might watch that tonight, actually. And I didn't hate the one with Eddie Murphy like so many other people did, but a lot of people hated that movie. I didn't hate it, just didn't make my list. Another movie I think is perfect for this season. Not scary. It is adorable. It is beautifully animated. It is an excellently done movie, and that is Coco. If you haven't seen Coco and you like Disney movies, you need to see Coco. We watched it one night just kind of on accident. I'm like, I've been hearing about this movie, and so I started it, and I didn't know I was gonna stop it and watch it later, but we just sat there. Even Eric liked it. Eric liked it a whole lot because he liked the guitar playing and how they're moving their fingers, and it's accurate to, you know, pretty accurate finger work, I guess. And it's such a beautiful movie. It's just so bright and vibrant, and just bring your tissues, but yeah. And next, of course, this has to be on the list. I am not a huge fan of this movie, but I feel Django? I feel obligated to include it on this list because it is so iconic, and that is Hocus Pocus. I don't hate the movie, you know, but yeah, Hocus Pocus. And I try not to include sequels, but, you know, throw Hocus Pocus 2 in there too. If I name a movie in some kind of list, unless otherwise specified, you know, I'm including all of them. like in a list like this, not in like a list where I'm ranking movies, but in a list like this, yeah, just consider that everyone in the series is included. I don't know if any of these really have sequels though. Well, I don't know. Is Cruella considered a prequel, or is it just, I don't know. Forget I said anything. Just, but yeah, Hocus Pocus is, it's a cute movie. It's certainly a cute movie. It's just not one I rush out to go watch. And, well, not out. I have Disney Plus. I don't have to go anywhere. And next, of course, and this is the last movie, is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Such a great movie. Just rest in peace, Ken Page. He recently passed away. He was the voice of Oogie Boogie. But yeah, The Nightmare Before Christmas is just such a great movie, and it carries over. So it's a great movie for Halloween. It's a great movie for Christmas. You know, you can't lose with this one. But yeah, but anyway, that's it. That's my list. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've gotten some ideas. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What are some of your movies that you would watch at Halloween time that are Disney films? You know, just curious. And what are y'all watching right now anyway? It doesn't necessarily have to be Halloween-y or scary or anything like that. You know, what are y'all watching? Let me know. I'm anxious to hear what everyone's looking at on their little boxes. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to everyone later. Bye. Django, listen, you and me,